Hey guys, this is Elaine with This Luminary Life, and we are back again for another unboxing. My MIgardener order came in this weekend, and so I've never ordered from them before, but I'm very excited, so let's just get into this. Okay, first things first, got my order sheet, packing sheet. Alright, so I am going to be reading the backs of the packets this time, which I have not done in my previous videos. So let's just get into that. Alright, I ordered quite a few different things from here. I found him on Instagram right before I made this order, and I was like, yo, this guy is dope. All the seeds are $2. And he's got a lot of rare varieties, just like Rare Seeds or Baker Creek, but they all come from Michigan. And I'm in Wisconsin, so I was like, right next door, everything that he can grow, I can grow. Let's get it. I'm going to order as many seeds as I can, and that's kind of what I did. So, first things first, I think I have all the herbs. They package this really well. Like really, really well. Okay, so first things first, I have sage, and this is just a broadleaf sage. And so, okay, hang on, really quick. I'm looking at this. This is by far the best information on the back of a seed packet I have ever seen. It's extremely simple and thorough. There's no stupid map about color coordination, figuring out where you are and when to grow. It literally says what zones it grows in. And he gives you tips on how to grow it, more than what the other packets have. So it literally says harvest. Harvest sprigs from the outside of the plant to promote growth from the center, keeping it producing all season long. For a larger harvest, cut back an entire stem at the base of the plant. Trim plant twice a year during growing season to remain bushy. Like, these are things that with my herbs and my basil and stuff, and my peppers, I had to learn like 2 or 3 years into gardening. Because it's like you get your first vegetable growing and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to cut it, it's so precious. And then you have to like cut them so the bush keeps producing. So I think it's cool that he lists it on here. He literally says to like what time to start indoors, what time to direct sow, the days to germination, which is standard, days to maturity standard, planting spacing and size is all standard, but he also has the germination temperature in Fahrenheit and Celsius. So with this broadleaf sage, it's a perennial herb. It's going to last long into the cold and winter, which is great because we're covered in snow out here where I am. And it's going to produce soft lilac purple flowers in summer to draw in honeybees. Soft green leaves are packed with clean flavor, great for soups, poultry, fish, and pork. Delicious, fresh, and dry. Sage is easy to maintain, making it a delightful addition to the garden. So I have not grown sage yet. I'm super excited, and I'm happy that I got it from the gentleman. All right, next up is parsley. So I have 2 different types of parsley. I have a triple curled parsley, and I have the flat leaf parsley. So this one is saying that this is a variety of parsley. It's very dark green and closely curled leaves. It's best suited as a garnish, and that it's good with withstanding freezing temperatures consistently before going dormant. So that's great. And this one says this is a favorite to add to juices and smoothies, and that a little goes a long way. It's delicious dried and fresh. This one also says that it's delicious dried and fresh, and that it's ideal for soups and garnish, dried or fresh. And this one says it has a high concentration of vitamin C. So super excited about that. I got basil dark opal. I grew 3 different types of basil last year. All of them I want to say were from Burpee. I had a Genovese green basil, some red basil, I'm not sure the variety. I think it was just like an amethyst, and then the Thai basil, which was phenomenal. If you are growing basil, highly recommend that you get Thai basil in your garden. It is beautiful to look at, and the pollinators love it. I had butterflies and honeybees all over mine. And because of that, I had them in the same bed with my other basils. They all did really well. Everything surrounding that bed did so well. So this is just a dark basil. It says this beautiful variety is grown as much for decoration as it is for flavor. With deep purple leaves, dark stems, and lilac flowers, this variety is the perfect garnish and can add a pop of color to pestos and salad dressings. Not only is this variety delicious, it's also a stunning filler for bouquets and arrangements. Not gonna lie, I had this last year, and my basil bed was the most beautiful bed. Again, not from MIgardener, from Burpee, but basil's really pretty. Okay, so next up are my squashes. So I got 3 different varieties of squash. I got the Burgess Buttercup squash, and this one says that it's a winter vine. Plant produces dark green fruits with a beautiful orange sweet flesh, and the flesh of the Burgess Buttercup is buttery and smooth. And it says try it as a great alternative to mashed sweet potatoes, and it produces about 3.5 pound plants with stringless flesh. So that's kind of nice because sometimes squash can be really stringy. Like if you ever carved a pumpkin, you have to get all that mast out. I'm happy that this one is not that way. And the reason that I got this, and it says it on the back of all of these, I'm not going to show you because the lighting is weird, but the little green box at the bottom, it says that for winter squash, it restores to its storage ability. So what's nice with winter squash is you're able to store them long term. So if you're somebody that is gardening for prepping, to provide for your family out of season, out of the garden season, you want to start growing crops that you can store easily, and winter squash is one of those crops. So the Burgess Buttercup, which is here, is one of the best ones to do that with. And another classic is the Waltham Butternut Squash. So this one says that it's the most popular winter squash on the market because of its amazing quality and flavor. It's great for the homesteader, which is me and you, hopefully. And it stores for a very long time. It's peanut-shaped in uniformity, has larger yields, rich flavor, 8 to 10 inches long for fruit, and it's delicious steamed, boiled, or baked. And again, this can last so well just on the shelf all winter long. You can cook it up whenever you want to. I did not want to grow these until I had a poke bowl at a restaurant not too far away from here, and I was like, that's really good, and I should probably have that in the garden because it's going to last all winter long, and we have snow for a long time here. And the last one is the Table King Bush Acorn Squash, and I'm basically going to be growing this for the exact same reasons as the Waltham Butternut and the Buttercup Squash, the Burgess Buttercup. So definitely highly recommend if you are in the Northeast, Midwest, anywhere cool, Canada, like literally anywhere, grow winter squash. They are great. And then I ordered melons. So I already have Sugar Baby Watermelon from Burpee, I believe, or Fairy Morse. But I got the Jubilee Watermelon from MIgardener because everyone says where I am that you can't grow watermelon, that no one's been successful with watermelon, but I was successful last year with Sugar Babies, and I was like, hey, this guy has these Jubilee melons growing out in Michigan. He's right next door basically, like I should be able to grow these here. So this is an iconic melon in the deep south. Jubilee watermelon was named best watermelon to grow in hot climates. This variety is a must-have for those who like heirloom watermelons without excess seeds, but also want to enjoy a burst of flavor. Plants produce between 3 to 5 oval-shaped fruit, and they are sweet as can be. That works for me because your girl loves sugar, so I'm super excited about this. And it does say on here that they like hot climates, which means that I'm going to have to start these indoors a significant portion of time before my last frost so that I can get them in the garden during like the hot months that I have here. I'm in zone 3, kind of zone 4, but more zone 3. We have the shortest growing season out of all the USDA zones, and you have to just learn how to plan around it to make the most of it, because actually we have the ability to grow a prolific amount of vegetables and fruits. So anyways, next up for the melons is Green Flesh Honeydew. It says this honeydew variety is a summer classic, thick green flesh that bursts with honey flavor, with hints of apple and cucumber freshness, delightful to eat, the perfect addition to fruit salad. Harvest when the skin turns yellow. It's always nice to have an indicator like that if you're just like, I don't know when I'm taking these off the vine. And it says the plants will produce 3 to 5 fruits that are so fresh and sweet. Again, your girl likes sugar, so I got lots of melons. The next one is the Tiger Melon. I mainly just got this because it's beautiful. I'm not sure if the camera is showing you, but it's like a orangey brown peachy striped melon. And so it says the Tiger Melon is a super small, very sweet melon. There it is again with the sweet. This will be a recurring theme in my garden. It says yellow and rust red stripes, creamy, almost white flesh with very small seeds. Vines produce up to 20 melons. That's dope. No more than 1 pound in size and having a flavor of banana, lemon, and cantaloupe. Very fun and easy to grow. So it says that they like to climb, that they germinate in 7 to 10 days, and if you're going to start them indoors, 3 weeks before last frost or 1 to 2 weeks after last frost for direct sowing outdoors. And it looks like the germination temperature for these guys is 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 to 31 degrees Celsius. So I'm very excited about these. I really hope that we get 20 melons per however many I decide to throw in my garden, because I'll eat these every day. And the last melon that I have from them is the Canary Yellow Melon. But it's known for their sweet, creamy, super juicy, almost white flesh. The seed cavity is small, giving off more meat per melon. Slightly tangier than a honeydew, the Canary Yellow will produce 3 to 7 fruits per plant. So again, same germination and sowing time as the other Tiger Melon. 3 weeks before last frost indoors, or 1 to 2 weeks after last frost outdoors. I'm so excited. I have 4 varieties of really sweet melons just from MIgardener. I cannot wait to get those in the ground. And then from them, I also have another variety of celery. I ordered 2 varieties of celery from Baker Creek, but these people had the pink plume celery, and says this variety grew in popularity after it was introduced in New York in 1894. With unique purple flushed stems, this celery has a sweet and incense flavor similar to fennel, can grow up to 24 to 30 inches tall. This plant is actually smaller than traditional celery, but delicious, fresh, steamed, and especially good in soups, which is great because I use a lot of celery in soups. And then last but not least, my last 2, never grown either of these before, and they're both good for containers. So if you don't have a lot of space and you want to just grow something fun, I highly recommend both of these. I have coffee and I have dragon fruit. Dragon fruit's a vining cactus and coffee is just coffee. Coffee only comes with 5 seeds, but apparently this is fairly simple to grow inside. So it says coffee is the most consumed beverage in the world, obviously, and you can now grow your own. Strictly an outdoor plant unless you live in zones 11 to 13. I don't, I'm in zone 3, so this has to be indoor. Plants will grow in a low bush 3 to 5 feet tall and will not require any pruning. That's great. This is super easy. You don't have to even do anything. You just put the seed in the soil and let it just do its thing. Coffee plants make an excellent houseplant and will grow well in moderate light 3 to 4 hours of full sun, and they can tolerate full sun just fine. A fast grower, once established, plants yield fruit after 3 to 4 years. Plants will flower in April and July and fill the house with hints of jasmine, vanilla, citrus, sweet, sugary notes. Nothing is more satisfying than growing your own coffee, and so we have a complete growing guide to help you out. So that's awesome. So if you buy these, you can head over to MIgardener's website and get a complete growing guide. I'm super excited about that. And then last but not least, we have the purple flesh dragon fruit. And I first had dragon fruit in New York. I grew up in Connecticut. We didn't really have them in our grocery stores. I'm sure they're there now, but when I was growing up, they weren't there. And I really fell in love with the flavor, so when I saw that MIgardener had them, I'm like, oh, that's awesome that I can grow these myself inside. So it says purple dragon fruit are a vining cactus that are stunning indoors and out. The fruits are soft, kiwi-like, and very sweet. The flowers open at night and fill the entire house with scents of vanilla, jasmine, and citrus, similar to the coffee. I'm super excited about this. It says fruits are large and usually weigh 1 pound, ripe when the skin is soft to the touch, high in antioxidants, fiber, and extremely hydrating. As the plant grows, it will need some support as it can reach 4 to 5 feet tall. So I'm a little bit nervous about the fact that it's a vining cactus, but the fact that it's going to be able to give us dragon fruit one day and just be an edible houseplant is kind of dope. So that is my MIgardener order. I'm very excited to get this in here. And then hang on, when I opened the bag, I had noticed something. Okay, so it looks like they gave me a code for 10% off, and the code is SHARE10. So for anyone watching this video and you want to save 10%, you might as well just type in SHARE10 and get 10% off your order. Highly recommend you get on there. A lot of things were sold out, unfortunately. I made my order on January 1st, but SHARE10, 10% off. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this unboxing with MIgardener. I hope you guys tune in for the next video, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!